Well, that's different, isn't it? Different way to start the live streams, but lovely bit of music here from the Pipers. Unexpected, but sometimes that's even nicer when it's unexpected, isn't it? So the lads are out there with their wet gear on, and I don't blame them at all because it's a pretty mizzly, drizzly, dank old day here in Manguard Park, the centre of excellence for Kildare. And there's a lot of rain on the pitch now. Around the middle there, it doesn't look too bad, but down to the left, definitely every player has got the gloves. And they've been warming up for a long time now, it seems. What they go through before the match is even played is unbelievable these days. They were over on the far pitch next to this in Manguard Park. And now they're on the main pitch getting ready. So we're close to the start of the game. And the game is the TG4 Leinster Senior Football Championship Round 3. And it's available on Leinster LGFA Facebook and Leinster LGFA YouTube. You'll find the links on there, and feel free to leave a comment there as we go on through the game. It's an interesting one. Okay, both teams have no chance of making the final, but there's a lot riding on this game in terms of qualification in the All-Ireland series. You want to get an advantageous position for the draw for the groups, and also it's just, you know, it's opportunities for a lot of squad players to put their hand up, because a lot of the time managers maybe tend to go with the same players and they bring in a player here and there for 10 minutes who's trying to burst through, and here's a chance for them to get real game time. So who will step up today and impress and maybe put down a marker or get a place in the championship for later on? And you might look back in this day and say, well, this was the day. Out in the middle of the pitch here, I'm looking to see as well, the Kildare players are right there. Now they've named the starting 15, the same starting 15 during the week, and what I'm trying to say is they have no changes. Sorry, I've said that in a roundabout way. I'm just looking, I'm a little bit distracted because I'm watching Diane O'Hara, the manager of Kildare, over with the referee Marion Hayden. And I'm also told that Laois have 4 changes. I'll come to them in a minute. We will show you the teams, but first of all, I'm just looking around to see if there's anything else I need to tell you before we start this game. Oh, well, there is one very, very important thing, and that is that there will be a minute's silence, and that's for Cathal Friel, Donegal man, actually from Mount Charles, but went to New York and then Wicklow and made a big imprint in Wicklow down the years in LGFA, and is indeed a former Leinster LGFA secretary. So I was wondering who the Laois captain is today. Well, she wasn't actually named to even start, but it's the number 21 Mo Nerney in your shot there. So she's gone over to take the toss after all the changes that the Laois management have made. They made 6 before the game, and now they've made another 4 before the game. As I say, I will come to the details of that, but I'm just looking out to see Leisha Lenihan coming in, and of course she's only just back from injury. So a couple of games ago this wouldn't have been possible, but Leisha has come in and she played the last day as a sub against Meath when Kildare did well in the second half. In fact, they won the second half 7 points to 3 against Meath, and you might say, well, it doesn't matter, they didn't win the game, but they still won the second half and they could have faded away, but they put up a very good performance. A lot of changes today on both sides, but we shall see. So experimental opportunity knocks. Let's have a look at the teams then. Those are the captains out in the middle with Marion Hayden, the referee from Carlow. But we are going to look at the exact teams now, just to bring you right up to date. Kildare, as I say, have the exact 15 that they named, so they're sticking to this exact 15 Diana's picked. So Anna Dunlea is in goal. She made her debut against Down only in January last year, so she's come in. In front of her, you have Ellie O'Toole from Kilcullen, of course, won Player of the Month award a couple of months ago, so she gets a start. And then you have the likes of Aoife Radigan at midfield. She's been named to 15 recently, but she's at midfield along with Aoife Kilkenny from Carberry, same club as Claire Sullivan, who's not in the 15 today. And in the forwards, you have players like Holly Tyrrell, minor vice captain in 2022. She's at Maynooth University and she's getting a chance. And lots of young players in there. And of course, Niamh Farrelly, one to watch. She scored 4 frees against Meath and 2 goals from play against Dublin. So that is the Kildare 15. Let's look at Laois then. And there's 4 changes to the team we're showing you now from Stephen Duff. So Naomi Luttrell in goals is replaced by Emer Barry. So Emer, the regular keeper, comes back in there wearing 16. At fullback, Rebecca Redden does not start. Instead, it's Isabel Finlay from Shanahoe wearing 22. And then you have at number 12, Alice Walsh is replaced by Lauren Kearney from Sarsfields wearing 20. And at number 14, Aisling Fitzpatrick does not start. Instead, Mo Nerney from Timahoe, the 21 captain for the day, as you saw a minute or two ago, she is in there. So those are the 4 changes. And along with all that, you've got young players like Erin Ryle at number 5 from Sarsfields as well. You might remember in 2020 she scored an amazing 6 goals and 6 points in a Laois under 16A final. That game went to extra time. She's named at right half-back, but watch out for her. And then you have the likes of Mary Cotter at centre half-back from St Conleth's, a secondary school teacher. She names her influences, by the way, as Pat Critchley and Ger O'Flynn, the great Cork legend. And then at midfield you have girls like Ciara Malone from Killeshan, and she was a Laois under 14 vice captain only 4 years ago. So youth being given its head today. And then you have Roisin Allen at number 13 from Cretyard. She scored a goal against Tyrone in the league with a very cool finish. One to watch as well. But these counties haven't met too much, even though they're neighbours. Last game was I think 2021 in the Intermediate Football Championship, and Laois won that 4-15 to 2-15. We'll take a score line like that today to keep you entertained, but you regularly or don't get those sort of score lines these days. Rarely, I think I was trying to say. I'll get my teeth sorted out, but now we're going to pause for the anthem, and before that, as I say, the minute silence for Cathal Friel. So the Kildare players in position, Laois just about getting there, and the pipers are ready. So I think there will be an announcement now, and the applause comes up from the stand, people in the stand here, and now we will have that minute silence for Cathal Friel. Brilliant job from the Pipers. Thanks very much to them as they go off. And I'm hearing a very late change, and it is for Kildare. And it is number 23, Trina Duggan, coming in for Niamh Farrelly, the number 15, who got the 2 goals against Dublin. And I was saying we'd watch out for her, but she is not starting the game. So 1 change for Kildare from the 15 that they named. Niamh Farrelly not starting, and Trina Duggan is in. And 4 changes for Laois from the 15 that we were given. Just trying to write that down for myself here, just to make sure we are all good. Trina Duggan, number 23. And Trina is from Suncroft. Ready to go then. Silence in the stand here, all very quiet, but hopefully they'll get something to shout about. And the stand here is absolutely packed. It's good to see. And of course, Kildare have had that great underage wins over the last few years and progress, and the unbeaten 22 game run as well. So, and there you hear the crowd now getting a bit excited when the ball is thrown in. In fact, I remember them from last week. They're down in front of me. They were the ones making a lot of noise in Meath last week, but it did maybe inspire the team to that excellent second half performance. So big crowd here for the game in Manguard Park. But how will Kildare and Laois manage? As I say, there is plenty at stake. There's always something at stake, and lots of opportunities for young players to really make an impression today, and some of the more experienced one as well. Mary Cotta there, number 6 involved. This is Erin Ryle, but that ball has gone straight to Leisha Lenihan. She read that rather well for Kildare, so she's not playing in the full back line despite wearing number 3. She's out around, well, probably centre half back. I'd say she's going to park herself, or maybe she is going to go back now. A little bit strange when you look back and you don't see the likes of Mary Hulgrain in goals, but a lot of changes today. And that ball has gone all the way through to the goalkeeper. And of course, we send our best wishes to the Kildare players, and in particular Grace Clifford, who is getting married today, the captain. So good luck to her and whoever is at that wedding as well. I hope they have a terrific day. And they'll be hoping that Kildare get a win to make it a double celebration. That's Erin Ryle, the number 5 I was telling you about. She's the girl from Sarsfields who scored that 6-6 in an under-16 final. You'd think she'd be at around full forward, but she's actually playing at right half back. This is Roisin Allen. She likes to play close to goal as well, and that's a nice ball threaded through, but just wasn't quite accurate. And Alex Reynolds picked it up wearing number 4. I was looking to see the number 4 on her back, and then I thought, oh, that's Mia Doherty, because she has had that jersey over the last while for Kildare, but Mia today is at number 5. So a little bit of experimenting from the managers. Mia getting a chance on the right rather than the left. Now this is Ellie O'Toole. Gives it to Leah Doran. The play not really quite as you would expect from Kildare over the 22 game unbeaten run. Maybe the confidence is down a little bit, but so many changes of course, so it's never going to be exactly the same, but that's more like it. Well, it was until the shot that came in from Trina Duggan and she just didn't connect. But I wonder how they will all knit together today. This is Holly Tyrrell from Rathcoffey. Thinks better off going for a shot there. And again, you're so used to seeing the likes of Nessa in there or someone like that, but they're different faces, new faces today. New looks for both. This is Ciara Malone. It's a good ball into the forwards there, looking for Katie Donoghue. And she gets it. Now, she's from the same club as Mo Nerney, so I imagine they'll be trying to link up and get a bit of understanding going. And this is Mo now, tackled by Mia Doherty, but manages to get possession. Now watch this as she tries to get on the left foot, and the defence there doing well. That was Alex Reynolds forcing her onto the other side, but that's a nice left foot as well, and it's gone over the bar as well. That's a lovely point to start the game. And it's from the centre half forward, Emily Lacey. She scored a point against Meath, and she's got a point today as well. Quick kick out. Lenihan gets there first, and the referee is going to hold that up because that was a nasty little collision there. She just wants to make sure that the Laois player is okay, but certainly a nice finish. So Mo Nerney has a nice left foot, and so does Emily Lacey from St Joseph's. 1 point to no score for Laois in the 4th minute of the game. So Laois have had a rough time of it at senior. They came up last year and they had a real baptism of fire in Leinster, and Kildare found pretty much the same this year when they stepped up, but Laois seem to have had it that little bit worse. They lost to Dublin last week 5-19 to 1 point, and they lost to Laois before that 3-11 to 1-7. So they've conceded 8 goals on 30. But this is an opportunity for one of these teams has to win, well, apart from a draw, but it's a chance for them to record a win in Leinster Senior Championship, and I'm not sure even when either of them last did that. And that was a pretty decent ball out to Lauren Murta, but she just had to check a little bit. Kildare trying to get on the board, but has Laois turned that over? No, they've given away a free instead, and it's the number 8, Aoife Radigan, who grabs it quickly. there's so many things that you watch the likes of Kildare in the last couple of years and you just expect players to go forward and take stuff, and they're going, oh, who's that? But this is Aoife Radigan taking responsibility today, and she just nonchalantly puts that up high and puts it nicely over the bar. No fuss at all, and it's 1 point each, and that will do her good. I will be checking the Facebook and YouTube feeds just to see if there's any comments there from anybody watching, so feel free to leave a message there. That's Mary Cotter, number 6, coming to get the short ball. And the kickouts will be interesting, as they always are, but in particular in Leinster. But let's go back to the football here. This is Lauren Kearney, number 20. This is number 9, Ciara Malone. That's the Laois dugout over there on that side, just in the backdrop. And what way is that one gone? No, referee says play on. Just a collision between the players. Anna Moore. This is better. This is Mo Nerney trying to get on that left. But Emily's there if she needs her. And of course, Emily Lacey had a fantastic ladies higher education O'Connor Cup finals weekend. That's good working back by the number 4, Alex Reynolds, to intercept there for Kildare. And now their goalkeeper, Anna Dunley. And it's Kildare's turn. Certainly in the early evidence, this is going to be a tight, close, and could be a very exciting game. And could be more open because you don't have many of the players who have been programmed, shall we say, over the last couple of years to play in a certain way. So there's maybe a little bit of unpredictability about it. That one just gone to the left and gone wide. Yeah, the point I'm making about the kickouts, as you'll see here, the last couple of games Kildare have found against Dublin and Meath, the press on them was unbelievable. Now, will Laois be able to do the same kind of press today? They're certainly trying to, and they're going to force Anna to go long, I think. Well, though she does go short and gives it to Laois Lenihan, so that's better from them. Whereas, oh, hold on, that mightn't get there. That instead has been intercepted by Erin Ryle. Right down in the left corner, followed by Ellie O'Toole. Whereas the kickouts for Kildare the last couple of games, they've let the other team, when they have the kickout, just get easy possession. I wonder will they press Laois today. Free in for Laois. Great pitch here, of course, although you can see the dew on the grass here, so very wet. The ball will be very wet and slippy, so every player wearing gloves. After the nice weather we had briefly for the last couple of days, we're back to wintry weather. Katie Donoghue, and she puts that over expertly without fuss, same as at the other end, and it's 2 points to 1 for Laois. They go back in front. Just checking on the feeds there for you, and on Facebook, 1 or 2 scammers on there, but we will delete those. This is absolutely free, thanks to Leinster LGFA. We've done group games the last 3 weeks, and we'll do another one tomorrow. Dublin against Meath in Parnell Park. That's a fascinating one as well. So great to be able to do those, and there's no other province doing games, so it's terrific Leinster are doing them. They do have a great championship this year with 4 teams in it that lends itself to it, and the standard's so high. Roisin Byrne last night in Croke Park at the Lidl National League Team of the Leagues Awards was talking about how fiercely competitive they have found it, a real baptism of fire, but loving it at the same time. That's going to be a free in this time for Kildare. So 2 points to 1, just a 1 score from play in the first 8.5 minutes, but lots of endeavour and lots of commitment out there. And that played in low, but I don't think she connected with that the way she wanted. Instead, it's Anna Moore. This is the number 2, Sinead Farrelly. And Laois have had a rough time of it recently, ever since really they came up. But this is an opportunity for them today to get back to winning ways. And Mo Nerney has done brilliantly there. I think her jersey was being tugged initially, but she still fought back and won the possession and won the free. So maybe it will do Laois a lot of good today. Let's see. And that's one back for Kildare. I think it was Sinead Farrelly. It was. This is Lenihan. Direct ball put in there by Aoife Radigan, and she is looking for Holly Tyrrell, but just goes over the sideline. So an interesting start. Defence is clearly on top with just 3 points in the first 10 minutes. But you do feel there's a lot more in this game. They go back to their goalkeeper. That's Emer Barry. If you're only joining us, she did start the game. You're maybe thinking, I read somewhere that she wasn't starting today, but she is. One of 4 late changes for them. Ooh, collision between the players again. But again, the referee says nothing doing there. Keep playing. And they do. And it's a free. Won by Kieran Malone for Laois, who's made a good start to this game. So if she was Laois under 14 vice captain in 2020, she's 17, maybe 18. But she's playing like a real seasoned senior out there so far. This is Aoife Gorman from Timahoe. And there's a good run on this side by Sinead Farrelly, but it would take a really good pass to find her. And she's been followed now. This is Lacey again. Lacey will come back to Gorman. Kildare sat really deep and they filled up all the gaps, all the spaces in there. Leisha Lenihan just sitting in at fullback, and she's directing the play, but she's not marking anyone. She's sitting there and she's telling everybody where to go, and she now gets the ball. She's in the perfect position. Good defending by Lenihan, captain for the day. Now Kildare's turn to try and transition all those players back, but how quickly can they get forward? This is Ellie O'Toole to Erin Brereton Foley, and that's well won back for Laois, and indeed she gets her free. That's great work by Sinead Farrelly. This is Lacey, very stylish player, and great left foot on her as well. Great finisher, as I say. We saw it down in Cork recently at the O'Connor Cup weekend. I think she won player of the match actually in the final. I think it was the Giles final. This is Grania Moran from Port Leisure. The forwards on both sides finding it hard going, and indeed that one has been overturned as well for over-carrying. So Kildare's defence win again, but I wonder, can both sets of defences keep up this pace as well? But they don't also have the chemistry that you develop from playing regularly over a couple of years. That's the interesting factor for me today. What's going to happen here? This game has got to open up. Brereton Foley gives it back out. 6 is Ellie O'Toole. Myrna number 2. This is better from Kildare. This is Leah Doran to Holly Tyrrell. Minor vice captain 2 years ago, and she's speeding towards goal but runs into blue and is forced to come back out again. Now this is Radigan, and that's a nice ball from her, and there seems to be a lot of room for Lauren Murta at times in this left hand side, but can they do something about it? Now she scored a lovely point from play from just about the center, from free, just from the same position there, and now the effort comes in. Is that going to do? That's short, I think, and it is from Brereton Foley, and we still remain with just 1 point from play in 13 minutes and only 3 points on the board, but I really do think that's going to change. As I say, they met 3 years ago. That was the last time, and there was 6 goals and 30 points in that game, so I'm optimistic that will change. Laois won on that occasion. Before that, in 2021, they met in the league final, and Laois won that as well, 216 to 213. And they met in the league before that, and it was a 1 point win for Laois. So Laois have won the last 3 meetings. This is Mo Nerney, who would have featured in those games, and you know she wants to get on that left foot. A little spin from her, comes back out, but they're just doing well, Kildare, to keep her outside the scoring zone, and she does have a different scoring zone because she can score from a little bit further out than most. This is Lacey. She can also score from distance. From here, I'd say, on that left foot. She's a little bit unlucky. She's claiming a slight deflection, and the umpire says no, but the referee says yes. Agrees with Emily, and they will get a 45. So go back to the record books. I give you the last 3 meetings. Laois have won the last 3. In 2020, in the Intermediate Championship, that's the last time that, Well, actually, let me add up those scores. Kildare 3-8. Laois won that one as well, 2-13. So Laois have won the last 4. So you have to go back to the 2020 league. Kildare 3-14, Laois 4-6 for the last time Kildare beat Laois. This is Lacey again, a little bit closer now, and she's on that left foot, but same result, wide again to the left, and she'll be very disappointed with that one. That was definitely within her range, but maybe she just slipped a little bit at the last minute, and the supporters getting a little bit impatient in the stand here because Kildare have scored just 1 point in the first quarter of the game, and they trail by a point. A little bit understandable with the amount of changes that have been made, and the players giving lots of effort out there, but it just needs to settle down a little bit, and you just feel it will spark at any time, and anything could happen in the game, especially when balls are played in that direct. Defenders coming out, and maybe it's the conditions as well are making it a little bit trickier for the forwards, but that's good work by Erin Brereton Foley. And this is Leah Doran, and she's speeding towards goal along the line. That's a terrible angle, but she made an absolute nonsense of that angle. That's a great finish, and it has sparked this game into life in the 16th minute. That's what we were hoping for, and now we've got a brilliant goal. Looking at it again, Leah Doran, number 10. How'd she score from there? Bang, great goal. 1-1-2, double the scores all of a sudden. I did think something random like that would happen, unexpected, and it has. Now, will it bring a little bit more of the unexpected? Kildare with their tails up now, at home here of course, and the referee gave advantage and has now given the free. Actually, no, she's given the free the other way, has she? Yeah, free out for Laois. Just checking on Facebook again, and on the YouTube output as well for Leinster LGFA. Just keeping an eye on your comments and what you're thinking about the game so far. Feel free to leave a message there. This is Nairney out around in the middle of the field, and she had very close company as she's had for the whole game so far from Alex Reynolds, but gets her free. It's Mary Cotter giving the ball to the right hand side, and 20 coming in is Lauren Kearney. This is Katie Donoghue to Lacey on that left foot. Well, is that third time lucky? It is. She's at 2 wides, but finally she nails it, and that brings it back to a 1 point game. Nice finish from Lacey from St. Joseph's. Point last week against Meath, and that is 1 today. That brings it to 4-3. Anna Dunlea with a kick that she went long, but it went straight to Aoife Gorman. Easy possession for Laois. And off the shoulder, that's Mary Cotter coming forward. Kildare have dropped very deep, making it very tricky, of course, for Laois. Lots of players around the 45 area. They're trying to get in behind, and they have got in behind. That's a really nice ball through, and now there's a chance there might even be a goal on here. And no, she puts it wide, and there's no score, but that was an opportunity. They finally got through the defence there. And she went as if she was going for goal, picked up a little bit of speed, but maybe a little bit more composure there, and just put it over the bar. To be fair, she is usually a very cool customer. Scored a goal against Tyrone in the league, and I'm told it was a very calm finish. But 4-3 it remains. Now the kick out, the last one went straight to Laois. This one, Kildare get a free out of it. The referee spotted some sort of a push there, and they take it quickly. Sarah Munnelly just drives it in there looking for Tyrrell, and they've done that several times in this game, and that's maybe why off she goes. She's going looking for goal. Could it be a second one for Kildare? Keeper comes out, and she fisted wide. Oh, there was a player over to the right. I thought she was maybe passing to her. And they didn't get a goal, didn't get a point there. Kildare, and Tyrrell had a golden opportunity there. But it remains 4-3. And there was a groan in the stand here from the Kildare supporters. They expected more there. But that direct approach is very interesting. That they're deploying Kildare often around the middle. They give it long. And giving it long is the order again to Roisin Allen from Cret Yards, and getting support from Kearney, but it's turned over, and it's Laois Lenihan who comes away with it for Kildare. Now, where's she going to go with it? Will they go long this time? They don't. It's Leah Doran who got the goal. This is Elaine Keogh from Sarsfields. Radigan feints as if she's going to go for it. Kildare's turn now to go from side to side. Now it's Radigan again. It's good right foot. She doesn't go for it, but instead she tries to pick out the number 23, Trina Duggan, but it's easily watched for Laois. But they are trying to test out that full back line, aren't they? That's Lacey, who is fouled. Free for Laois. Referee just taking a moment to get her laces tied. Off we go again then. 1-1 to 3. 20 minutes of the game gone. And one very bright moment, that goal. But not too much else to shout about. And that looked like a painful one, but referee is just going to hop it. Two number 8s, Aoife Radigan and Anna Moore. Both teams have had a rough time of it in Leinster. Well, I say rough, I mean, I think they've enjoyed the experience and they've come away very positively, but today's a chance for them not to be playing against the big guns or the big dogs, as Roisin Byrne put it, and to play maybe at their own level and put into practice what they've learned from playing against the Dublins and Meaths of this world. But they have conceded an awful lot. There's the collision between the players there, an accidental collision, but a sore one. So if you look at the last couple of games in the Leinster Championship, Kildare have conceded 6 goals and 26 points in 2 games, and the Laois have conceded 8 goals and 30 points. That's 14 goals going in between them. Not too many at the other end. Kildare got 2 goals against Dublin, and Laois the 1 goal against Meath. So, as I say, they haven't had much to shout about in their games, although Kildare did really well in the second half against Meath. Now, they lost the game, but in the second half they won by 7 points to 3, and that was after they had injuries and various setbacks, but they didn't put the head down at all. A lot of changes before the game. In fact, I was checking there, and Kildare started today with only 3 from the league final, where they beat Tyrone, which wasn't that long ago, but seems a long time ago now. Provinces kick in, and it's been such an absorbing Leinster Senior Football Championship, and a sobering experience for these 2 teams in particular. But great for them to be at senior and to be playing against the likes of Dublin and Meath. But Dublin, I have to say, look particularly ominous at the minute for the rest. Very impressive, and they've made big changes for tomorrow, but they look just as strong. That's the strength and depth that Dublin have. So Dublin against Meath tomorrow in the Leinster TG4 Senior Football Championship, and we will be live streaming that as well, free to view again, thanks to Leinster LGFA on their YouTube and Facebook tomorrow afternoon from Parnell Park at 2 o'clock. And yes, lots of changes, but again, lots of interest there because of that, lots of opportunity, and we'll see how the teams are going. They have the final the following week, of course, in Croke Park. Get your tickets for that one. That'll be some occasion. This is Doran trying to find a way through again. She found a way through before somehow. It's come back out to Trina Duggan now, number 23, but she started the game. She was the one late change for them. Now that could go anywhere, and it could end up in a goal, but no, it's been well watched back there. Aoife Gorman, number 7, on the right place. Number 22 back there as well. That's Isabel Finlay doing well for Laois. This is Ciara Malone. She's just knitting everything together in the middle of the field for them, and this girl's really impressing too. Lauren Kearney with great running. She's been all over the place, and they do get it up to the forwards. Now Nairney is in the middle, but lots of Kildare players back there marking Katie Donoghue. She's got 2 players on her. She's trying to get away, and has she? No. She's under serious pressure there. Help eventually comes. And the referee gives a free in for Laois. Hasn't been a score for quite a while, it would seem. 25th minute. 1-1 to 3, but it has been an interesting contest. Excuse me. Laois try again to unlock the defence. Grania Moran involved this time, and the shot comes in. I think it was the number 9. She watches it closely and it just clips off the post and goes wide. Unlucky. Players shooting a lot from distance and kicking the ball long, which tells me that there's not a lot of confidence out there in carrying the ball, or maybe the system, as I say, isn't as rigid because there's lots of players that maybe aren't used to playing so much at this level alongside each other, never mind against each other. And that's a good kick out though by Anna Dunley, or a good pass if you like. She finds Ellie O'Toole. Room in the middle now for Kildare to go through the middle, and they do that, and it's Sarah Munnelly, number 12, doing well and playing with the number 28. I'm going to check her number in a minute. I think she's just on the field, and that's a nice ball in as well. It's a chance here for Erin Brereton Foley. Gives it back out to Radigan. Tries on her left foot. She must have heard me saying that she's a lovely right foot, and she says, well, I've a good left foot as well. So she scored a point in this half off either foot. That's quite a personal achievement. Well done to her, and it's a 2-point lead for Kildare. And I did see the number 28 in there for Kildare. That's Claire Sullivan. She's come in. I didn't see her coming on. So a replacement there. Yeah, she's out there, number 28. Don't know who she's come in for. I'll try and spot that as we go on. This is Doherty. And Doherty gives it to Doran for Kildare. Off they go. Again, that direct ball into the full forward line, and they give it to Tyrrell. Tyrrell spins away. Would she go for her own score? No, she looks for Aoife Kilkenny. And free out, says the referee. Three minutes to go to half time, and getting still this game pretty much a stalemate. Very even game. This is Farrelly. Runs into traffic though, and the referee doesn't like that challenge and is reaching for her book. So Kildare in a hurry, but the referee is going to bring that back. And she is going to speak to Sinead Farrelly, and the body language here suggests a yellow card. Our Laois going to be down to 14 just before half time. Nope, just a warning, but certainly ticked. And the number 28 who came on, Claire Sullivan, has replaced Lauren Murta at number 7. That was the change. Chance here now for Kildare to stretch their lead to 3. It seems a little bit unlikely the way the game has gone. Laois have done a lot of attacking. She's given that plenty, but has not got the accuracy. So Brereton Foley puts that to the right and puts it wide. Remains a 2-point game. Emer Barry. Now, where's this press? Well, it is quite a decent press from Kildare, as I say. In previous games, they've just let their opponents have it, but they've gone for the press themselves, and it's worked for them. And only for that interception, there could have been a goal chance there for Kildare. But it was good work again by Aoife Gorman in the right place at the right time. This is Grania Moran. And has she been turned over? No, Laois have got it back. Now the players over here, and this is Aoife Gorman again. She's got a few options. Lauren Kearney again, always willing to run, and she's got support from Sinead Farrelly coming up behind her, but she keeps going. And that's great defending for Kildare. And as she got her free, she has. That was terrific work by Anya Mernip from Aidstown, same club as the Cliffords. And got out really well there to win that. Hold on, that's been given away, and there's a chance here for Emily Lacey, and she has a deadly left foot, and she goes, is she going for goal? Oh, I think she was maybe going to try and lob the keeper and just give it too much to the right hand side, and that's a bit of a fortunate escape for Kildare, and the goalkeeper Anna Dunley from Raheens relieved. last minute of normal time at the end of the first half. I think there'll be a minute or two extra, but not too much. Good kick out, gets it to Ellie O'Toole. Laois press there, not too tight. Easy enough, and that's happened a few times down here. You don't get that when you play Dublin or Meath. Their presses are unbelievable. They really suffocate you. And then if they don't win the first ball, they have two players on one trying to win the second. Doran again making good progress down the right, and now back to Sullivan. This is Radigan. She fancies another one. That might come in, you know. No, it's not coming in. It's going wide. We're in added time at the end of the first half, and Radigan, one of the players of the first half, certainly for those excellent scores off either side. Little hold up for Laces to be tied at the end of the half from Mary Cotter. Good kick out as well on this side. And it goes back to the keeper. That is Emer Barry. And Emer goes longer this time up the middle and finds Anna Moore. Now, can Laois end the half with a score? They've just 3 points in this half, and they have missed quite a few chances, it has to be said. On the balance of possession, they really should be doing a little bit better. This is Lacey again, but the ball just slips through, and I think that's the conditions. Slippy ground and the ball just didn't bounce up. So just 3 points for Laois in 32 minutes. But they have a chance here to get a score. And that ball popped over to Roisin Allen. Now she's surrounded by white jerseys, but still going. And might get another chance and gets a toe poke to it, but Claire Sullivan in the right place at the right time. And there is a half-time whistle and an entertaining first half enjoyed by the crowd here in the stand in Manguard Park. And it's ended Kildare, the home team, leading by 1-2 to 3. And the big moment in the half was the goal by Leah Doran. But other than that, a lot of endeavour, a lot of effort, a lot of heart out there. And I can see a few players looking a little bit tired. They put in so much in that first half, and that's why I think it might open up in the second half, and we'll see a lot more. But both teams well matched, and they've put in a lot of effort, as I say, and given us a really good first half. But I think the second half will bring something a little bit different, and I think it really will open up. So we'll be back with that in about 6, 7, 8 minutes time as the players trot off over from left to right over to the main building here in Manguard Park, the centre of excellence, to their dressing room. So we'll be back with the second half. Welcome back to Manguard Park, the centre of excellence for Kildare, for the second half of Kildare against Laois in the 2024 TG4 Leinster Senior Football Championship Round 3. And yes, we know the final is Meath against Dublin next week. They've been outstanding in the Leinster Senior Football Championship, as we expected. But these two, Kildare and Laois, have stepped up among the big dogs, as Roisin Byrne commented last night, or that's the way she described it, at the Lidl Team of the League Awards in Croke Park. And they know the level now, but can they bridge that gap? And can one of them get a precious win today in the Senior Championship? That would give them a lot of confidence. I was talking to Finbar just at half time there, and we were trying to remember when was the last time either of them won in the Leinster Senior Championship. Well, they haven't been in it that long. Laois last year, and now joined by Kildare this year. And of course Kildare with a lot of changes today. The captain, Grace Clifford, getting married. Best wishes to her. But it means there's a lot of changes, and there is plenty to play for. Players putting their hands up, but I wonder at half time if any established players have come back in. I'll check as we go along, but it means that a lot of, shall we say, squad players have been given today a lot of game time that they mightn't get otherwise. They might just usually get 10 minutes here and there, but today they're getting a really good run at it, and they're giving these players an opportunity to put their hands up and say, right, we want to play the rest of the year and we deserve a starting place. So they're very keen to do well, but can they knit it together? This is Laois just with the 3 points at half time, but really they should have scored more given the possession and the play. But as I say, maybe that's a confidence thing with them over the last while. The score's just not quite coming for them, but that could change. We had a spark in the first half of the goal by Leah Doran, and if we get one or two more of those, we could be in for an entertaining second half. And this is Sinead Farrelly coming forward now for Laois in their traditional blue against the Lily Whites, Leinster, a local derby. This is Emily Lacey, and she really sums up her team in the first half. Lots of ability, lots of threat, but the finish just wasn't quite there. Lacking maybe a little bit of confidence in front of goal, but that, as I say, could change very quickly. That's Aoife Gorman, number 7, doing well for Laois over on the far side. And this is the number 5, Erin Ryle. And she's good forward. This is maybe the furthest forward that she has got so far, but way out on that corner. And that's a nice ball inside though. Maybe a chance here now for Laois to do something at the start of the second half. And it's the number 8, Moore, trying to find her way through. And there's a kick over the top, but it's gone right through and all the way through. And I did watch the goal at halftime, indeed put it up on social media from Leah Doran. That was the highlight of the first half, and she's definitely looking like a player who is trying to put her hand up with that goal. Although I'd say the goalkeeper, Emer Barry, will be disappointed at conceding at her near post for that goal. This is Mia Doherty for Kildare. 1-2-3. And that ball forward looking for Aoife Kilkenny, but it's gone all the way through. And it's that girl Gorman again, and indeed Erin Ryle. Now Mary Cotter for Laois. They are dominating possession at the start of the second half, but that was the case a lot of the first half as well, but they just didn't have the scores to match. But that ball looking for Lacey, and she's unable to get there, lost her footing. I can't stress too much that it is slippy out there. It was out at half time as well, and the pitch is terrific, and it's been well cut as well, manicured for this game, but still slippy conditions with the dew overnight and making it tricky for the forwards. That's well taken by Holly Tyrrell though, trying to take it on the run and move in one movement, and has to come back though. This is Claire Sullivan. Came on as a sub towards the end of the first half. Sarah Munnelly now. There are a lot of, shall we say, established stars in the subs, especially for Kildare. I wonder will they come on in the second half. Aoife Kilkenny now though going forward. That's great play from her, and it's gone just to the right, and that is unlucky. And that sort of sums up the game so far. We haven't had the scores, but lots of endeavour and lots of heart, and certainly trying very, very hard. You can tell that these are two teams lacking a little bit in confidence and taking a little bit of drubbing the last 2 weeks with heavy defeats by Dublin and Meath. So they're trying to get back on track, and they're well matched, just the 3 scores for each team. But Kildare have one of those, of course, as a goal. So 4 minutes into the second half, and it goes back to Doherty. That'll be Claire Sullivan. Oh, she's looking to drill one through, and has she got there? Well, no, this is Sullivan actually now, and she leaves it off Tyrrell. Oh, she finishes it. Super goal. Second goal for Kildare early in the second half, and it's Holly Tyrrell from Rathcoffey, minor vice captain just a couple of years ago, and now she's come through to senior, and she is making an impact, and that was an impact. That was a super goal. Kick out goes all the way over, and it's Doherty picking it up again. Composed play by her. She, of course, was on the team that won the National League just last month. Usually plays in the left corner, but number 5 today. This is Tyrrell again. Gives it out to Sullivan. Sullivan feeds it through again. She's been the provider, and now it's the number 23. Maybe that's who I get mixed up with. Maybe I saw 23 and thought it was 28, but that one goes to the right and goes wide. So it was Sullivan, and it must have been the 23 as well involved in the goal then, and that was Trina Duggan, of course, who's been on since the start of the game. So it was her ball over, and then Sullivan into Tyrrell, and a lovely finish from her. 2-2 to 3. Daylight between the teams. 5-point lead for Kildare, and it's rough on Laois, who are now making a substitution. 22 for 17 for Laois. 22 is Isabel Finlay coming off, and 17 coming on then will be Aoife Cummins. That's well taken in defence, but almost given away. Second chance for Laois. So yeah, just the 3 points for Laois in this game, and they've conceded a couple of goals, a couple of sucker punches, and they just look like a team who are so low on confidence. They've had a rough National League, a rough Leinster Championship last year, and a pretty rough one this year as well. They just haven't got it together, but in the first half they certainly threatened a lot, but it just doesn't seem to be happening for them at the minute. Sullivan, she's been brought on just to steady the ship in there, and she's done exactly that, but that's well won back by Mo Nerney. Lacey, lovely little shimmy and dummy solo coming inside. She is a class act, but Kildare defenders get back, and she does get the free out of it, but certainly lots of talent there. She takes it quickly. They want to get on with this game. He sends her a little bit frustrated. Now Lacey again, and again that little shimmy inside and little show, and it might create something. It's created a goal chance. Oh, it hits the bar and goes over, and she puts her hands on her head. Roisin Allen, she scored a lovely goal, a very calm goal in the National League against Tyrone when they drew that game, and it just needed a little bit of composure there, but it was lacking, and that sums up where Laois are at the moment. Another sub for Laois. They're ringing the changes, and number 13, and it is Roisin Allen. Well, she'd have nightmares tonight that she could have had 1 goal, maybe even 2. It is small margins at this level, and it was really well worked. It was Lacey involved in there as well again, and it summed up Laois's day. They're threatening to catch fire. They have lots of ability. They just haven't had the composure when it's come to it. Now the sub, who is on for Laois? I'm trying to work it out for you. I'll work it out as we follow the play as Kildare get it. This is Radigan from distance. She can score from distance. She goes for it from distance. It drops in and drops wide. 2-2 to 4. Double scores. 8 to 4, but it is a 45. Substitution, by the way, Fiona Trout is on for Leisha Lenihan in defence. I'll give you more of those in a second as we follow the play, and that falls all the way through. And that could have been another goal for Kildare if it had dropped for them, but doesn't quite. Laois just look a little bit at 6s and 7s at times. They're just a little bit nervy back there. That's a good kick out though, or a good pass rather, by the goalkeeper. Yeah, it's just in those changes. Fiona Trout is in for Kildare. She's wearing number 29. And she's come in for Leisha Lenihan, who I hope is okay. She has been injured recently, is on her way back, so hopefully that's just because she's maybe not fit for a full game. The other change is Neve Barnes on for Anna Dunlea, and that is the goalkeeper for Kildare. I think that's all the changes, although there was another one a minute ago, I think, for Laois. Aoife Cummins is on, and 14 is in. That's who it is. I've spotted it as that goes over the bar, and that's well finished. Another point. That's 2 in a row for Laois, and well taken by Katie Donoghue. They're up to 5. And yes, Aisling Fitzpatrick wearing 14 from the Heath. Named to start the game and didn't, but she is now in the play, and that's her going for that. But really good kick out. Pinpoint, and it needed to be from the Laois press. This is good by Kildare. They seem to have lifted things a little bit. They're moving the ball really quickly. And a nice ball into space as well. Held up by Ciara Malone. But Kildare keep coming and keep coming. That's good work by Tyrrell. And then Radican, but that one's gone tamely to the left, and it's gone wide. This is Emer Barry. Beaten twice today, 2 goals so far, and they mean that there's a 3-point lead for Kildare. They've scored 2 goals and just the 2 points. Laois looking to spark a bit of a revival here. They were 5 down. They've got 2 in a row. This girl's been at the centre of most of it, Lacey. They elect for the kick pass rather than the shorter pass, which Emer Healy was looking for. She's wearing 24. She's into the play now as well for Laois. And Lacey tries to just caress that ball across, and she does indeed get it to Ryle, and she is fouled, and that's going to be a free, and Lacey puts her hand up for that pass, but it did work out. So there's another change I've spotted. Emer Healy, number 24, in for Laois. She's on the right hand side. Now this is Mo Nerney. This is within her range. Looking to get a 3rd in a row for Laois. Just the 3 points at half time, but this will be 3 in the first 12 minutes of the second half, and it will bring it back to a 2-point game. She's given it plenty, and she's given it enough. It's gone over, and we do have a 2-point game. At Laois are on a bit of a roll. 11 minutes into the second half, and this game just warming up nicely. Well, I've mentioned the press. That's a really good press, and that's a really good kick out as well. It just went over the 20. This is Doherty. Right, 28 is Sullivan, but it's well won back by the number 15, Katie Donoghue. Laois. Oh, and that's a tough challenge coming in. And that looked that it might be a free for Laois, but it's not. So Sullivan continues. Oh, and has it gone all the way through? It has gone through, and Tyrrell is through again. Will it be 2 for Tyrrell? It is 2 for Tyrrell. 2 goals in the second half for Holly Tyrrell. And Kildare with another sucker punch, and Tyrrell is putting her hands up and saying, I want to play us every week, and that's what today has been about, opportunity, and she is taking that opportunity. Just when Laois were coming back into it. Anna Moore for them though. I did say the game is warming up, and it will open up, and it is. Fitzpatrick chasing that one, but it's going to be Ellie O'Toole who gets there first. Laois's good work with those 3 points in a row, all undone with the goal. Kildare on the run again. And this is Anya Myrna. She's doing well, getting it to, well, Aoife Kilkenny now. And there's Radigan playing another ball in, looking for Tyrrell again. She's on a hat-trick now, but facing away from goals, just gives it instead to Kilkenny. This is Tyrrell again. To Radigan again. Kildare passing the ball around confidently, but Laois have it back. I did mention that. Oh, that's been blocked. Is it going to get through? It does just about, but who's going to win that one? Laois struggling to get out of their own defence, but they do get a free. Yeah, just to confirm the substitution, Eleanor Healy, number 24 for Laois, is in, and she's taken the place of Grania Moran. Kick pass, well read, and it was brave play as well by Alex Reynolds to come out and win that. Free for Kildare. And Laois warming up another sub over on the far side. Sullivan, good composed play and keeping possession for her team, and 29 is Trout. They have brought in a few of their established players, Kildare, just to steady the ship. And Tyrrell has done the business up in the forwards. Sullivan again, always in the right place and rarely wastes a ball, but that looks like it's a 50-50 and it could be won by either side. Who's going to get there? What way is this decision going to go? Referee doesn't know either, so it's going to be a hop. 15 minutes have flown by in this second half, very entertaining second half. Strong play from the hop by the number 8 Anna Moore, and they do get possession from it. This is Donoghue, who's doing her level best to get her team going. Referee holding it up because I think we do have another sub, and indeed we do, and it's for Laois. 20 and 19 are the numbers that are up, so I think that's Lauren Kearney coming off, and indeed it is. She put in a great shift in the first half, and 19 is Eva Byron. Eva Byron. She's in for Laois, and Eva is from St. Conlas. 3-2 plays 6. That's 11-6, 5 points in it. And strangely enough, Laois have had 6 scores as opposed to Kildare's 5, but 3 of those have been goals. Lacey pops that one in, looking for Nairney, but it just doesn't stick. And that's kind of been the way for Laois in this half. They've done a lot of kick passing, well, all through the game. They've kicked the ball a lot, but a lot of the times it's been a 60-40 or 50-50, and they've lost possession rather than working it in. But you can't fault their effort. They keep coming. They deserve more from this game, but at the minute, it's Kildare with those sucker punch goals. Sinead Farrelly. And that's going to be one back for Kildare, is it? Yep, they've got it. Oh, it's one back by Lacey, but the referee says there was a foul there. And she's not happy, and she's got the book out. Marion Hayden. So there was a tick there for something, whether it was something that was said or a challenge. Lacey again. I'm looking off camera and I can see Mo Nairney and the number 19 up there who came in for Laois, Eva Byron, trying to get away from their markers, but they're being well marshalled by the Kildare defence. That's Ciara Malone. Been really impressed by her, and she's a teenager. And a free in for Laois. It's going to be Nairney taking responsibility here. She scored one about 5 minutes ago, got it back to 2 just before the goal that you would have thought might have rocked Laois, but they've come back with more. 12 minutes to go. Nairney's range again. It's all about the connection though, but it's just gone to the left, and maybe she was trying to give it a little bit more power and it just went off the boot slightly to the left. Remains a 5-point game for Kildare. Doherty does well again. Merna to Sullivan. The defensive midfielder, the link player. She does it so well. Elaine Keogh, number 11, was looking for it, but too many players in the way, so Kildare just changed the direction of their attack. And even though there was a lot of changes, they do look a lot more like a team who's at a 22-game unbeaten run. They're playing with a little bit more confidence than Laois. That's their number 17, Aoife Cummins. Back to the goalkeeper, Emer Barry. 2 players over here for Laois. Sinead Farrelly is one of them. Up ahead, they have Eleanor Healy, and they find her in lots of room. She's got support from Lacey and will use her. Nairney has come short, but Lacey is still carrying it. And there's a ball here to Fitzpatrick if they can find her over on the far side, but instead they might just take a point, and that's a dangerous one, but it drops over. And they'll be happy with that. It's from the number 19, Ava Byron, who's just come into the play. And more importantly, a really well-worked score by Laois. And they are not being put down by those goals at all. They're keeping going and going, and that's their 7th score of the game. And for them, they're now looking to the All-Ireland Championship and looking for signs of promise and for players to put their hand up for that. Ellie O'Toole for Kildare. To Sullivan, of course, always there off the shoulder whenever it's needed. Just to link the play together. This is Radigan now. She has options to her left. Sarah Munley is one of them. Close marking from Gráinne Lawler, the number 4. But they still manage to get it away, Kildare, and it might go all the way through. There's still work to be done here by the Laois defence. Oh, and there's a chance here. And it's a number 13, Erin Brearty Foley, who keeps going. And in the end, terrific block by Mary Cotter. I thought there was a 4th goal going in there, which would be really, really harsh on Laois. Didn't materialise. And I wonder, will that just lift Laois a little bit more? This is Mary Cotter, secondary school teacher from the St Conlas club. Now they get it to Eleanor Healy, and the game is opening up, and Kildare are trying to keep Laois at bay, and they are, because that ball slips through, and it was well defended by Alex Reynolds. There's been a goal threat at one end, but not at the other, and that essentially has been one of the big differences. Elaine Keogh for Kildare. It's one team attacks and then the other. There's more in this game in the last 10 minutes or so, you can tell. It really has opened up. There's players all over the place, running all over the place, and that's the number 11, Keogh, going for the kick, but it's dropped short. A lot of tired limbs out there. But they let the ball do the work, and that's a good idea, because Healy is in a lot of room out here. Believe it or not, this game is not beyond Laois, even though they trail by 5. You feel there's something in this if they can find a way through. They have it a threat. They have players who are capable, and they've won another free for that challenge. And the referee definitely ticking for that one. And you'd love to see Laois just getting a goal just for themselves, because they're lacking in confidence, and they've had so many setbacks in a tough 12 months, but they have been knocking on the door all day long. And you'd love to see what it would do for them, even for the game, because they certainly deserve a little bit more out of it for what they have put into it. 4-point game, of course, not a 5-point game, sorry. 3-2 against 7. 8 minutes on the clock. Treatment required now. Mo has come over to take this one as well. This is a little bit further out. She's 1 out of 2 in this half, I think. She's given that plenty, and she's got it over. Whenever a leadership moment is required, Mo Nairney is always available. 3-point game. Now it definitely seems doable. 7.5 minutes to go. Another change for Laois. Now, is that 28 for 5? That would be Erin Ryle coming off, and indeed that is the case. And 28 is Anna Lawler. Now that kick out needs to be very, very accurate, and it was. A mighty effort to try and reach it by Mo Nerney, and she hurt herself in doing so, but the kick out was precision. Laois attempting to press. Now Claire Sullivan for Kildare. We'll go back to her goalkeeper. No, go back to Ellie O'Toole and then maybe the goalkeeper. Just over 6 minutes to go. 3 points in it. Kildare with more goals than points, which is a strange way to be with 6 minutes to go in a game. I think it was Aoife Radigan who got both of those points, and here she is on the ball. She's the only player for Kildare to have scored a point today. That one just over at the Laois dugout, and the Lions person says it's a Laois ball, and it is. And you see the way they responded to that. They're delighted they've won that back, and they feel, as I felt a few minutes ago, that they've a chance in this game still. Exactly 5 minutes to go in normal time, but they feel that they can get something out of this, and it would really do them a lot of good if they could. Nerney comes out to meet it, but referee spots that. Well, I could see it from here, and Mo a little bit frustrated. And the referee is going to have a word. And she's talking indeed to the, is it the number 29? Is it Trout? The crowd being warmed up by the cheerleader down to my right here. They enjoyed that. He's trying to get Kildare going. And there he is. Kildare's #1 fan today. Well, he was the #1 fan last week too in Park Talton. But it's Laois at the minute on a roll, but Radigan comes back and claims that one. Claire Sullivan. This is Tyrrell. She's done a lot of damage to Laois with her goals. She puts it up there looking for the number 23, Trina Duggan. Are they going to get through for another goal? Well, maybe not on this occasion. That's gobbled up in there for Laois, but it's one back and it's a chance. Oh, and it's the number 12 and she lashes it over the bar, Sarah Mundley. Well, that could have put the game to bed. And maybe should have as well, but at least she got a point. And now they have as many points as they have goals, Kildare. It's 3-3 to 8 points and 4 in it again with just over 4 minutes to go. Mary Cotter goes short for it. Possession easier to get now at the end of the game than it was at the start. Claire is a little bit tired. And the press not quite the same as it was at the start. Nerney takes it on the run. This is more like Mo. We haven't seen too much of her from play. Really good in the freeze, of course. But what is there here for Laois? They're looking for shoots of hope and optimism for the championship for the All-Ireland. Anna Moore now. They'd love to get a result against their neighbours here. This is Nerney looking to get onto the left, but there's no go there. So she goes across field looking for Lacey. Lacey had work to do, but still is able to do that. 2-3 challenges. She comes away and could get a score out of this. Is that on target? I think it is. That's a brilliant score by Lacey, and she deserved that. She had a lot of work to do there, but she did it and did it well. And it's a 3-point game again. This ain't over yet. 2 or 3 minutes to go. Sullivan goes short for it, and Laois may turn this over. The challenge from Sullivan has been punished, and Laois want to take it quickly. Fitzpatrick is down. And that could have been an interesting moment if they'd got through quickly there and got a goal out of that. Don't rule it out. This for a 2-point game, and it's Katie Donoghue again from Timahoe sharing the free-taking duties with another player from Timahoe. That's Nerney, and between the two of them, they've got Laois back to within 2 points. Now it was a short kick out. The press won the ball back for Laois. She's looking where to go, and she's going, where do I go? Well, she goes short to Trout, and that one works, and they get vital possession. Now Sullivan, 2-3 challenges coming in, but she's fouled. Referee ticking for that one. 3-3 plays 10. 12-10. 2 points in it. 2 minutes to go. It's beginning to look like Laois might need a goal, but if they get one, they'll not just draw, they'll win the game now. This is Doherty. Excuse me. The crowd really into this game now, really enjoying it, and it has been an enjoyable game, particularly in the second half. The decision goes for Laois. Doherty doesn't want to cough it up. Referee has a look at her watch. The scoreboard on the ground says 29, 37, 40 actually, and we have it much the same. Actually, no, we're a minute behind. Actually, the scoreboard on the ground has it 29. We have it 28, the 1 minute difference. Lacey comes very deep to get ball. How many times has she soloed the ball on that left foot today? And now she gives a nice pass out to the left. Is there a sensational finish here for Laois? Just the 3 points in the first half, but 7 points in the second. No goals, but a goal now would win it, you feel? But Kildare dropping very, very deep to defend what they have. Laois been patient, playing the ball around. Will they go for a point if they get the opportunity, or will they try to work it in? Well, they mightn't get that opportunity because Kildare have it back, and there's a lot of room up here for Erin Brady-Foley. It looked like she was a one-on-one with the keeper, but didn't get away. Instead, Anna Lawler, who's come in, number 28 for Laois, on the ball again now. And they've been very patient, just passing the parcel, looking for an opportunity, looking for a way to spread the play. They've done that. This is Ciara Malone. Oh, and that's when it goes to Doherty. And now there could be a one-on-one because the goalkeeper is out of her goals. And it's Tyrrell who scored 2 goals, and that's a really intelligent ball across field, but it's intercepted. So maybe not quite so intelligent, but I saw what she was trying to do. And there is the full-time whistle. It's all over, and Laois players go down on their honkers and indeed on their backs because they put in a supreme effort there, and they just cannot get a win for love nor money at the minute, but they played a lot better in the second half, Laois. A really impressive half from them, and you know, there was an opportunity at one point for a goal that went over the bar, and they will regret that, but certainly a very close game today. Just the 2 points in it, and Laois will take that into the All-Ireland Championship, and so will Kildare. They'll be delighted to get their first win in the Leinster Senior Championship in a long, long time, after 2 defeats, a heavy defeat against Dublin and another defeat against Meath. They have got a win on the board in their first year back at senior, and that will do them a lot of good, especially with a lot of players unavailable today. It's a double celebration today for Kildare and for their captain, Grace Clifford, getting married today. So she'll be delighted when she hears the news. I wonder, are they watching the stream at the wedding? Or maybe they haven't had the wedding yet, I don't know. But well done to Kildare today on an excellent win for them in the TG4 Leinster Senior Football Championship Round 3. It is Kildare who finished 3rd in the group, so that gives them a better draw in the groups, you would imagine, in the All-Ireland Championship when that comes to pass. We have a final next week, of course, in Leinster. Dublin against Meath in Croke Park. Get your tickets for that one. That promises to be a great day. We want to see you all there supporting the ladies in that double header. And before that, Dublin play Meath tomorrow in a dress rehearsal in Parnell Park at 2 o'clock. And I'm delighted to say that we will be live streaming that game as well for you. So I hope you've enjoyed the coverage today. I hope you've enjoyed the game, and we'll enjoy the game tomorrow and join us for that as well. Well done, Kildare. It's finished in victory for them, 3-3 to 10 from everyone in Manguard Park. It's good afternoon.